Hi everyone, let's go to the Tesco toy sale. Yeah, so I actually went yesterday and they were still putting, basically I went and the whole toy section, I could see the banners, but it was all sectioned off and they were stocking the shelves. So I thought, oh, they'll be done soon. I mean, the shelves were empty, but I didn't think it would take that long. I literally hung around for an hour. We went to the cafe, I went to the range, I looked in the baby clothes section, looked in the home section, and I came back after an hour and they'd literally put out like 2 boxes. So, and I heard them say to someone, come back tomorrow. So then that evening I saw on Facebook that somebody somewhere had been and theirs was stocked. So yeah, hopefully the toy sale is on today. They did say come back today, so we can hope. But I've seen a couple of posts on Facebook of some of the things they have. So I already know there's a couple of bits I want to get for both Albie and Jessie. Obviously, Jessie's only going to be 6 months at Christmas, so I'm not going to go crazy. But I am going to get him things purely because my 5-year-old, would be really confused if Jessie didn't have anything and if Santa didn't come. So yeah, that's mainly why. So I'm going to get him some things, hopefully things in big boxes so they take up a lot of room so we don't have to get him too much. But he will be weaning around then, so I can get him some like weaning bits. Anyway, I'm going off on a complete tangent. Let's go to the Tesco toy sale. And here we are. And we're back to voiceover because it got very busy in there and I got embarrassed. That Thomas set, we had a Peppa Pig version and Albie loved it. He had it from literally like 2 years old. They, of course, had the Bluey house, which I feel like is on every single toy event. By the way, ignore the baby sounds in the background. It is what it is. Oh, they had these Elsa dolls with all the accessories. And I actually bought my friend's little girl a similar one to that Olaf one. And she loves it because it has Olaf, apparently. Not a lot of them have Olaf, so that was a really good thing. So highly recommend that if you've got a Frozen lover. I have a 5-year-old, so I feel like toy events are like peak perfect for me because literally he is into everything. He got these little Smashers things, actually. I'm going to put them in his stocking because you can reuse the eggs, which I thought were really cool. So it's not just like a one-time thing. They had a bunch of electronic cars and electronic things. That Sonic wheel, if you have a Sonic lover, I think is meant to be really good. I literally saw people loading it into their trolleys. They had to restock it whilst I was there. They also had air hockey, which I feel like is a good gift for like older children. Actually, a couple bought it whilst they were there. They were like, oh, look, let's get this for us. They had loads of the X-Shot stuff. I feel like because they're so big as well, they're such good presents for Christmas. Like, imagine being the cool auntie that brings that for Christmas Day. You would just be trumped. Lots of the Smashers eggs. They had the big ones and the little ones. They had the mini fridge thing as well, which they also had in the Asda toy sale. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that. I find that some products like pop up at all the toy events. I thought those Gabby's Dolls House figures were quite good for £11.50, and also these Paw Patrol ones. I have a Paw Patrol lover, but we don't need them. We've got so many figures. And they had the Melissa and Doug little truck as well. Now with Tesco, obviously the entertainers stock their toys, so they had the Early Learning Centre stuff. They had this little set, which I'm still tempted to go back for, not even for Christmas, but just for fun. I love Happy Land, and they had the castle for only 30 quid. Thought that would be a really good present if you've got like a 1, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. They had loads of games. I thought Monopoly Knockout looked cool, but it said from 8 years plus, and Albie's 5, and I thought it probably would be a bit too grown up for him. I did get him that Mickey and the Beanstalk one though, because it looks really cool, and I also think the packaging on that and the Small World one is really nice. And again, more of this X-Shot gun things. They're just literally everywhere. Twister Air they also had, which I thought looked quite cool, but I don't want to be doing that, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what those Max things are, but they had lots of the like Zuru brand. Oh, Hot Wheels as well. Again, that or something similar was on the Asda toy event. So I'm guessing we're going to be seeing Hot Wheels pop up. Actually, Hot Wheels popped up quite a lot last year. It must just be like a toy event regular. They had those massive monster trucks, which were 40 quid. Can you believe they're originally £80? I think that's ridiculous. For like, I mean, obviously it must be worth it, but crazy. Or they had this little pet simulator thing. I don't know what it is because my son's like not into that yet, but I think they're really popular for the older kids. So yeah, they have Minecraft things as well, and a Young Jedi set for £6, which I thought was a really good bargain. I did pick up my 5-year-old these dinosaur Gujitsu because he loves Gujitsu. He has a Spider-Man one that he carries everywhere. So I, of course, had to get him that. But I do think £40 for it originally is ridiculous. Or they had some more of those Pet Simulator Lucky Dip things. Some fake Gujitsu as well. I didn't get that. More racing cars. Literally, they had so many. And those Smasher things underneath that I just showed you, I often buy those and then split them up for birthday present party things for like school kids. And yeah, they had some Little Life pet things. Again, we saw that on the Asda one, so I'm guessing that's going to be over all the toy sales. They had a little smart unicorn and smart dog, some ponies, I don't think they are. No, they're not My Little Pony, but they're giving me My Little Pony vibes. More Little Life pets, which, yeah, as I say, I think that's going to pop up. Those rainbow corns literally are on every toy sale every single year. If you buy full price for those, you're crazy because they are on offer all the time. I find that the Wish stuff is always on offer for so cheap. I don't know if it just wasn't popular, but even not for toy sales, it's just always so cheap and on offer. They had more Frozen dolls as well. That Secret Fairy thing I thought looked really cute, and it was only £6, which is such a good deal. Barbie stuff is so expensive when it's not on offer. Even when it's on offer, I think it's still quite expensive for what it is. Hatchimals again, although 40 quid for that originally. Maybe I just am so used to buying second hand, but I think that's ridiculous. And back to the early learning centre stuff, they had some more Happy Land things. I think had Jesse been a year older, I would have gone a little bit crazy and bought him that castle and the animals. But he's only going to be 6 months, so he doesn't need those yet. Of course, I did get the sensory toys for Jesse. I think they were really good on offer, and he'll get so much use out of those. It says from 6 months as well. They had loads of big things on offer, which I always think are great because they're going to fill space in stocking and make it look like more, so you don't have to buy as much. Snakes and Ladders is a massive hit in our house with my 5-year-old, so highly recommend that game, especially Bluey version. I've been to the Tesco toy sale. Let's see what I bought. For context, I have 2 boys. I have a 5-year-old boy and a baby who will be 6 months at Christmas. I'm not going to go crazy anyway, but especially for my 6-month-old because he's only 6 months. But obviously my 5-year-old would be confused if Santa didn't come to his little brother. So he will have a stocking full of toys that I probably would have had to have, and things that I probably would have had to have got him anyway. The thing I got was for £12.50 with these Smashers Dino eggs. I wasn't going to get these at first because at the end of the day, once you're done, they're just dinosaurs, aren't they? Like, it's all good fun, all these mystery things, but sometimes the product inside isn't worth the money. But apparently these eggs you can reseal, I think. Does it say you can reseal them? Rebuild and resmash, yeah. So actually he can use these. He does lots of like manage to play. He can use the eggs. So I thought that was a good deal. It's quite a big thing to open as well, and it was only £12.50. For 20 quid I got him the Gujitsu dinosaurs. He loves Gujitsu. I love buying second hand, but Gujitsu second hand is not the one because they are good. Like, it takes them for a while, but after a while some of them just become a bit furry and a bit sticky, don't they? So yeah, but this was £20 for 3. I was in TK Maxx a while ago and I saw it was a little bit bigger. This brown one, it was a little bit bigger, but it was £16 for one, and that was TK Maxx prices. So I thought 20 quid for 3 was good. Although, who would pay £40? Please nobody spend £40 on these, because that is ridiculous money for 3 squishy dinosaurs. Got him this Mickey Mouse game. We're not like, it's not like, he doesn't, I mean, he'll take or leave Mickey Mouse, like, he knows who he is, but he's not a massive Mickey fan. But I actually got it because, although we do like watching Disney vlogs, anyway, I got it because the game actually looked really cool inside. You like travel around and pick up the food, and I think Mickey can go down this beanstalk, and my son loves board games, so I thought this was just fun. You sneak across the giant's table. I thought this would just be fun for him, and it looks like a good game, to be fair. I've not seen anything like that before. And how pretty is the packaging? Totally unrelated, but I just think that's so pretty. Then I also got, and I thought this was such a good bargain, £6 for these figures. I've since been told they do them in Home Bargains for £3.99. However, I've just been to Home Bargains and I didn't see them in there. So these were £6, which I thought was a really good bargain for figures. Because if you look at like PJ Masks or Paw Patrol figures, they're like 20 quid for a pack like this. So these were £6. He likes Young Jedi, so I thought again that would be a good little stocking filler. For my baby, I just picked up these. One thing I love about the Tesco toy sale is it's like done with the entertainer, so all the early learning centre things are there as well. I look back at pictures of Albie when he was a baby, and like between, because he was born in June as well, so he was 6 months at Christmas, and like so I looked at pictures between January and June, and these little sensory blocks kept coming up in pictures, so he must have loved them and used them all the time. So I got Jessie this, and it just comes with the sensory blocks and then the balls and some more sensory things. So I've actually nearly finished my Christmas shopping for my 5-year-old. His main present, I want to get him a Lego table. I'm not sure yet. If I find one second hand, I'll get one second hand, but if I don't, they do them in Smith's. And then I want to get him some Lego sets, but he's got all the Lego, like he loves Spidey Lego, but he's got all the ones that are like for sale now. So I'm scouring Vinted for good bargains and good deals and things. So yeah, but I'm going to try and sell on Vinted and use the credit to buy that, so that doesn't like come out of our account. So yeah, that is Christmas. I've still got Jessie bits to do, but I feel like I've done a big chunk and it feels relieved. So thank you, Tesco. Get yourself down to the Tesco toy sale if you haven't. I absolutely love it.